Hello, my name is Matthew Buck. I am a graduate of the Code Louisville front-end design course, and for my website I have made a one-page portfolio website for a friend of mine. Let's take a look.
Let's start with the site. First thing you see is his name, then some navigation, and next is his carousel, which will hold the portfolio pieces he wanted to add. And these are just right and left indicators here. The Bootstrap actually made the carousel, and I use it as part of their framework to include it in this project. Below that are additional indicators that are more specific in case you want to go to certain areas through his portfolio just to look at things more closely. Below that is an about him and a resume. I went with those second so that if someone's interested in his work, they may be interested in his portfolio second. And third would make his contact, and that actually uses PHP to send an email to him specifically, and he can read messages that are sent to him. If we go through the code, first thing you'll notice is these link references, and I do normalize to normalize the CSS settings to make it more consistent between browsers. Next I use Bootstrap, and that creates the carousel that I use as well as the framework to allow my page more easily be scalable. After that I use two Google references for fonts, and below that I use my own personal CSS, and I put the CSS on my CSS on the bottom so that it can overwrite any Bootstrap CSS that I may not know about or might make it look funny. My CSS being on the bottom allows it to have dominance over the Bootstrap CSS. After that, my navigation bar, and I actually use ID references instead of page references because I wanted to make the website all one page. So this just actually scrolls to sections on that one page. After that is the carousel, and I used data attributes to access the Bootstrap JavaScript that allows the carousel to function. And below that I have his portfolio pieces themselves, and I chose to go with PNGs because they are lighter, and I wanted to create a more mobile friendly website, and PNGs allowed for smaller image loads. Below that I have the controls, and they're just left and right icons, and I use data slide to access the JavaScript that allows them to function. And there's his about me and his resume, and I put those side by side, but I also have them stacked on top of one another for mobile readiness. The form here uses PHP to actually send to his email address. So if anyone were to fill it out and send it, it would go directly to his email and he can read it. Over on the CSS, I designed mobile first to give a lighter load on mobile devices that go to the website. And here I have a little trick that I looked up, and it actually is putting lines on either side of the page. Just gives it a more framed look. And if you go farther down, you can see that I have my navigation and then my carousel settings, And I do that just so it's more easily able to be read and more predictable and where you can go to find certain areas that you'd like to go to. And again, I went mobile first so that I can lighten the load on mobile devices. And then below that I have my desktop layout. And that kind of just changes a few settings so that when it's sized down, it actually gives me a little bit of responsiveness.
Improvements I'd like to make on my website is I would like to make the images clickable so that they are easier to use and more user-friendly. And what I'd like to get out of this course is I would hope to grow more and develop with other developers and network with other designers and back-end designers as well. And yeah, this has been a presentation of my website. My name is Matthew Buck. I am a graduate of the Front End Code Louisville course, and thank you very much.